Hello, welcome to the Report Designer webinar. Today we're going to be talking about the Assist Report Designer, and phase one is financials. We're going to be rolling this tool out for utility billing, general government, which will include tax billing, permits, code enforcement, and public safety and courts. But we're going to be talking today about the Report Designer with the financial modules. So welcome to the webinar. Here's what we're going to cover. First of all, with this new tool, you're going to be able to create new reports. You're going to be able to make copies and then make additional changes to your reports, or you might want to make changes to some of the existing reports that we provide you with. So when we deliver this tool, there will be some reports that will be shipped with the product that you can start making changes to. One of the key features is you're going to have access to all the data elements. You're going to be able to easily drag and drop fields into a custom report. So you're going to be able to see those fields from all of the different financial modules. In addition, we've also added additional functionality to reports. In our existing reports, you can pretty much just run the reports and look at the data. With this tool, we're going to give you the ability to drill down to the detail. So in other words, let's say you're looking at a financial statement and you're looking at an expense account and you want to know what makes up that total. You can add the ability to drill down and see what's behind that number. So that's a feature that a lot of our customers have been asking for. In addition, it's also going to have permissions and security. We know how important it is, especially to your payroll data, so you're going to be able to lock it down based on what that employee can do today. So you'll be able to have that additional level of security. In addition, you can even combine reports. So you might have sub-reports that you might want to optimize by combining those reports. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at the product demonstration. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log on to the application. If you notice, there's a change here. You're going to have a new icon for the Report Designer. So it's all integrated with your existing desktop. When you do log on to the report, you're going to see just the reports that you have access to. And another key feature is on the right-hand side. As you move up and down the list, you're going to have a definition. What's the name of the report? Who created it? What's in the report? So you'll have a little more information on that report. Let's say you have a really long list. You're going to have the ability to search and find. Maybe the only thing you know is the word vendor is in the name. Very quickly, you can get a list. And in addition, on your menu option, you're going to be able to make things as your favorites. They're going to be at the top of the list, and it's going to have a star by it. And also, the reports are going to be organized based on the module. So you'll be able to very quickly see your accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash control, fixed assets. So all those different products that you have, you're going to be able to see those grouped together. Also from this screen, you're going to be able to look at existing, so run them as if you would run them on your desktop. You can add new ones. This is where you're going to create new reports. You can do changes or edits to existing reports. Let's say on our statement of revenues and expenditure, you've always wanted to move that column. This is going to give you the ability to do that to those canned reports. And you can delete reports. The first thing I thought we would do is let's take a look and preview one of my favorite reports. So I'm just going to print it to the screen. Now, once I select it, you're going to also have the ability to create different search criteria. So that's all part of, setting up new reports. The ones that we deliver will have these set up for you, but you're going to be able to make changes or add additional ones. So I'm going to submit. Now, what I like about this report, this is an example where we've added the ability to drill down to detail. So if you notice, when you see this little box here, you can see what's behind it. So if I click on it, I can see this is a report for year-to-date purchases for vendors. If I want to see more detail on this transaction, I can actually see the journal that was created and all the debits and credits. So that's an example of what's behind. Show me the detail in that report. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now another option is it's going to be very easy for you to add color, charts, and graphs. You may want to put your logo. So we'll get into that when we look at creating a new one. Now on this report, if you want to find certain things, you can search. You might even want to do colors, or you might want to put a watermark on your report. And what's really nice is on all of our reports, you've got all these different ways that you can export the report. For instance, you might want to create a PDF. You might want to export it to Excel. And you're able to export just the data fields so that it's a nice clean Excel export. Or you might want to put it in a text file or maybe an image or something like that. So that tool is available, the ability to export that file. And it's very easy to do. Now, let's say on this example that you want to go ahead, like on this example here where we've added the statement of revenues and expenditure, we also added a color for every line item that may be over budget. So it's visually you can see things. So it'll give you an idea of some of the things that you can do and create with your own reports. Let's go ahead and let's add a new one. I'm going to hit add because I think this is what you're going to use it for most of the time. So if I'm adding a new report, I'm going to want to give it a name. I'm going to call this my payroll report. I'm going to say it's a test. Now, I would want to give it a description. Now, the key thing is, what are you reporting on? So all the financial modules are here. I'm going to say payroll. And then another key is, how do you want to report on it? And in this example, I want to look at it from the employee's perspective. I want to go into that record and see all their information. And if you notice, you're going to see who has access and permissions to this report. So once you select it, it's going to essentially bring up a blank screen. So here's your canvas where you can create any type of report. In most reports, you're going to have a header, and this is where you're going to do things like, what do you want to call the report? You might want to put your logo there. What do you want to call it? Maybe your organization name. And then the meat and potatoes is in the detail. This is, what do you want to display on the report? And then at the bottom, you may want some additional information. I've seen folks put like graphs there as well. So let's go ahead and in this example, let's go ahead and, give it a name. So I'm going to move over a label. And it's just a matter of dragging and dropping. And I'm going to say this is the City of Progress. And over here, I might want to also, I may want to give it a name. So I'm going to drag over here. I'm going to say, this is a payroll report. Now, a couple of other things that you might want to do. One is you may want to, I want to center this. So I could do, something like that. Or maybe I want to bold it. I might want to do the same here, or I might want to, change the size. I may want to make it a bigger font, or even change the font. So once again, just like a Word document. Now, another thing that I might want to do is I might want to put my logo here. So, you can put pictures, or like I said, charts or graphs. So very easy to do. So that would be the top of the report. Now, down here in the middle, this is where what's really nice is here are all your fields in payroll. And so, for instance, if I want to come over here and I want to, maybe I want to put the last name. I want the last name on the report. And, maybe I also want to know what department do they work in. And I might also want to know their EEO class. And let's see, what else might I want to know? I want to know information about payroll totals. So I'm going to come here and maybe I want to know here just, maybe year-to-date gross. So I can drag this over here. So it was that easy. So it's as easy as dragging and dropping. Now, what I may want to do is do a label. So when I run the report, I know what these data elements are. So I would come up here and I would say label, name, and I'll probably do another one here for, have it say department. And over here, I'm going to do another one. So I know it's EEO. And we'll do year-to-date totals. And once again, if I want to, bold this to pretty it up a little bit, I can do that. So here we go. So now if I wanted to see this, all I would have to do is go to Print Preview. And voila, it was that easy. So, once again, if you want to have, kind of go back to the designer and do other things, like you may want to have totals, you may want to sort it. Maybe you've got a lot of employees and you want to, group it by department so that you've got, all your departments together, but you can kind of see how, it can be as complex or easy, but you're going to be able to finally have access to all the data fields in the Assist software, and where you can actually create those reports. If somebody always wanted certain information, you've seen it in there, but you can't get it out, this to me gives you a really easy way to do that. And like I said, we'll have services available if you want us to help you create reports, but it's a tool that you're going to be able to use. You're going to have access to all your information, and it's just a matter of dragging and dropping to create those new reports. So we hope you like this tool, and if you want to learn more about this, please reach out to us. But thank you for your time in attending this webinar today.